Hey there, welcome back to the show. Today we're talking about funnels. Do you have funnels? And there's some of you listening right now that'll be like, why would I need funnels? I'm earlier stage business. And others of you may be thinking, Judy, I'm already at two, three, $400,000. My funnels are working fine. Thank you very much. Well, no matter which camp you're in, this episode is for you. Because today we're diving deep into funnels. It's going to be an explanation of what funnels really are, what's really required to get them to convert, which means actually sign clients as a result of the funnels. And we're going to have a intentional focus on three keys to getting organic, unpaid, right? Organic funnels to actually convert. Now, first of all, if you are not already on my Peaceful Profits, the newsletter list, you've got to be, okay? Because every Monday, I find timeless strategies and keen insights around everything you want as a business owner: leverage lead gen, steady sales, a revenue focused team, and a faith fueled mindset, all to help you scale your service based business peacefully. So if you are not yet on that list, wherever you are right now, DM me. I'm at Judy Weber Co. At Judy Weber Co. DM the word Peaceful Profits, and I'll get you on the list. Listen, do you have funnels? I submit to you that if you have clients, you do. Because did you know that each of your social channels is a funnel? Did you know that your email marketing is a funnel? Or at least they could be when you strategically set them up as such, like as a funnel, right? And you use it as a funnel. So that's a very good thing that you are sitting on funnels, whether you know it or not, because funnels are a part of every thriving business. Okay, so again, in this episode, I want to empower you with the truth about funnels so that you can strategically implement them, whether you're ready to scale beyond multi six figures or you're aspiring for consistent 10K months. So let's start with the basics. What is a funnel? A funnel is the path that your audience takes from hello to hey, let's do business together, right? From hello to client. And you may have heard this termed as your client journey. Yeah, that's all it is. A funnel is a client journey. Okay. Now, I will tell you that some people say marketing funnel or sales funnel or just funnel or client journey. It's all the same thing. And the fact that you have clients, as I said, means you already have a funnel, which means somehow, some way, these clients discovered you. They found you, which I love. When your clients find you, you're not going out to find them, right? So your clients found you and ultimately hired you. So the question is not whether you have a funnel, you have one. So the question is your funnel intentionally and strategically thought out, or is your funnel in existence purely by accident? Because no matter what stage of business you're in, I'm sorry, can I speak? No matter what stage of business you're in, funnels are vital. Say vital to consistent growth and predictable revenue. So let's dive in. Now, we have been taught that funnels are complicated with tons of layers. And if you're watching this on the video, I'm going to throw up a screenshot of the typical graphic that comes up with a basic, what is a funnel search on Google? I mean, just look at that. Look at that. Talk about confusing, right? So many steps. And it's like, are they really all necessary? Like, do you even know as you look at that what they mean? No, they're not necessary. I'm here to tell you that. And that's great news. A high converting funnel does not include countless steps. Write that down. A high converting funnel does not include tons of steps. It just doesn't. Now, where we got this idea from was the corporate marketing bros from the early 2000s taught this complex funnel, stating that it was necessary. And back then they preached, and they often still do, that to properly go through the funnel takes weeks and months, even years, to take someone from stranger to client. But the fact is, when your messaging is tight, conversion can happen in just days, sometimes just hours. Before I dive in deeper with this, I just want to say when you think about this funnel, and people talk about the top of funnel, and then the middle of funnel, and then the bottom of funnel. Did you ever hear those terms? TOF, MOF, BOF, right? So the top of funnel are when they come into your world, when they get into your opt-in, or when they follow you on whatever platform it is, or when they click subscribe on your YouTube channel, for example, right? That's top of funnel. And they say, oh, well, now they're becoming aware of you. And as I was researching this, it's amazing what people still believe and what these gurus are talking about. They're like, well, here's the awareness stage. So they may or may not even know they have a problem. And so when you bring them in, you have to take, X number of emails to get them to really know your work and what you do. It's just baloney. It's just baloney. And then they say the middle of funnel. Now that you've taken them through the top, now it's your time to make sure they understand and have an awareness of the problems that they're grappling with. Okay, do you know why that's garbage? Because we are speaking, when you hear from me about who you're talking to, wherever you show up, okay, you are talking to your best client, your dream client, empowered buyers. And I will tell you that empowered buyers who make the very best and dreamiest clients are those who are very aware of their problems. They have their goals well in sight, and they know what problems they have and they want to solve them. Now, they might have a different perspective on what they think they need to solve the problem, but make no mistake, empowered buyers, your dream clients, already know they have a problem. So this differentiation between top of funnel and middle funnel is just garbage. Things can be a lot more streamlined. And then they say, once you, agitate them with the pain, then they can go further down to the bottom of the funnel when, if you do XYZ, LMNOP, maybe they'll buy from you. It's just garbage. So stay tuned. You might still think of them as top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel, but it goes much, much quicker than you may have been taught. All right. So on what I mentioned before, that when your messaging is tight, conversion can happen in days, sometimes just hours. And I'm talking about a complete stranger to them becoming a client. Now, when I say tight messaging, you might be like, sounds great, but what in the world does that mean? Here's what it is. Tight messaging means it's dialed in. And that happens when you know your dream client so well that the words you use, that is your copy, wherever it is, words coming out of my mouth right now, right? It could be audible, verbal, as opposed to written, but whatever. Your copy does two things when you know your dream client really well. First, your copy uses the words that your best client is already using. Another way to say it, your copy says what she is already saying to herself every day. I mean, this stuff, when you really think about it, business is so much simpler than we've been taught. Because when we know our best client and we know what she's grappling with on a Monday afternoon at 12 o'clock, or a Sunday night at 7, or a Wednesday at 4, right? If you know what her life experience is in and outside of your expertise, and when you in your copy speak to her and say, like, relay experiences, real life experiences that she just had, like yesterday, or maybe this morning, right? She's like, wait, what did she say? How did she know that that's what I experienced today? So that's what I mean when I say your copy says exactly what she is saying to herself, what she is praying for, and what she's experiencing in her day to day. When you do that, and that results in tight messaging, meaning you're speaking and using words that's going to instantly grab her attention, and it's going to compel her to listen. Okay. So again, this all pivots on you knowing your dream client intimately. Okay. So first, copy says what she's saying to herself every day. And second, your copy, now that you've gotten her attention, lays out your solution. Here's what you're going through because this is your problem. And then second, your copy lays out your solution in such a clear and doable way that she sees that, hallelujah, I can finally get what I want, right? She can finally get the result that she's been praying for, whether that's a new job, whether that's losing 20 pounds, whether that's getting the consistent 10K months, right? But you primed her to be open to the hearing that solution because you called her out, not just by an identifying phrase, which is always good, like, go-getter Christian women or midlife women grappling with, fatigue, whatever it is, but you speak to her life experience and to the very thing she's saying to herself, so that when you talk about your solution, she's like, oh, this one gets me, right? And let me get real specific here so it lands for you. Your copy, when you do that, leaves your dream client feeling seen, heard, and understood. And that builds immediate trust. Trust is important. It must be established. But you can establish trust very quickly. It does not have to take weeks and months and, God forbid, years, right? So because your copy demonstrates that you get her, she's open and receptive to hearing your solution. That creates interest in what you got. So when your solution is presented in a way that, on top of all of that, is infused with buyer psychology, and I'll get into that in just a second, your copy empowers her to move. You've seen her, you've intrigued her, and now you've motivated her, like you're tapped into what she wants, and now she can't help but move and take action. And what is that action? It's saying, yes, I want more information. And ultimately, yes, I want to work with you, right? Because she sees that with you, I can get the results. And so here's the truth. When your words speak not only to her mind, that is the mind of your best client, your dream client, but also to her heart, the buying cycle goes much quickly, it accelerates, and the time of it shortens, right? Because of all that I just went through, okay? So you don't need 10 funnel steps. You don't need 38 different touch points. And she, the best client, does not need to consume 9 hours of your content before that high quality, empowered buyer actually becomes a client. And so I want you to understand, and I want you to believe, I got to tell you the truth, a high converting funnel can be that simple. And the key is your copy, AKA the power behind your words. Okay. Now, I want to dive in a little bit deeper to 3 keys to higher converting organic funnels. Now, the first question you might say is, Judy, why organic? Because that's smart business. You should not run ads to a funnel unless and until the funnel converts organically. That's so important. I'm going to say it again. Please write this down. Do not run ads to a funnel unless and until that funnel converts organically. Okay. Throwing money at the problem, throwing money at a funnel will not make it convert. Only your copy can do that. Only your words. So please save your money. Focus on organic funnels first. So what are these 3 keys to getting those organic funnels to convert? Key number 1, clarity around who that dream client is. The biggest mistake I see women make is not deciding with precision exactly who that dream client is. And in my notes here, I have the word deciding underlined. And if you've been around my world any length of time, decision making is a pivotal skill for a successful CEO, right? You've got to decide. And the decision is 2 parts. First is the choice. I'm going to go this way, not that way. But then it's also the commitment to that choice. Those 2 things combine to really make a decision. Because if you make a choice, but you don't commit to it, then you never really decided. Okay. So you've got to decide boldly, unapologetically, these are the people with whom I'm working. This is my best client. But what I find is these mistakes are really brought about, this lack of decision is brought about because of fear, right? You may fear that I need to speak to everybody. I need to speak to everybody. Why? Because I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to leave anybody out. Have you ever thought that? And or out of fear, you may waver, right? You're not solid in your decision making because you think, well, I could work with anybody. So Judy's telling me to pick a dream client. Well, how do I know which segment of the market I should focus on? There's so much I could unpack right there. But for now, I want to drop a fact you need to know. Until you've decided on who exactly your dream client is, your marketing will flop. Everything will flop. Your business will be stagnant. People will not be signing on to your email list or opting into any of your lead magnets, and people will not be buying from you until you have decided who your dream client is. Why is that the case? Here's why. Because that one decision of who your dream client is informs every other decision that you will make as a business owner. Really, Jude? What do you mean? Well, you got to know who you're working with in order to curate your offer, to know how to package it, and even how to deliver it, right? If you don't have a specific best client in mind, it's just not going to work. What else? Who you have chosen and decided upon as your dream client is going to inform where you show up, how you show up, the words you use, right? We just went through how important they're using their words is, right? Even your sales process. I'm telling you, everything in your business hinges upon you deciding who your best client is. Now, I want to just throw in parenthetically here that I see many women in the earlier stage, before you hit a solid 100K year, you have so many offers. And you're confused. Not the least of which of confusion of who in the heck do I serve? I'm serving women. I'm serving men. I'm serving Christian women. Well, now I've changed my mind. Now I'm making it broader, right? I mean, we really do. This pivotal point cannot be overstated. It takes courage for you to make this decision of who you're going to work with. But I like to say one dream client, one offer, one transformation. That's my 1-1-1 principle. That will get you easily to 6 figures and very, very close to 7 figures potentially. If it's a really sound, solid offer. And I know it takes courage to do it, but praise Jesus, in Christ, you are bold, so you can do hard things. So seek his wisdom in this decision. Lord, you've set apart people for me. Tell me who that is, right? And so when you seek his wisdom in the decision, and once you've made that decision, you need to move forward in faith and not look back. Will you do that? Will you commit to doing that? And this decision does not have to take weeks or months. It's a decision. It happens in a moment. Okay, you with me? Okay, and drop a comment down below if you're like, ooh, if you just got like a major aha moment. Okay, because there's nothing to fear. You could change your mind 6 months, 9 months down the road, but you need to be decided. If you're not decided, trust me, your audience is going to be confused, and a confused mind does not buy. Okay, key number 2 to getting higher conversions on your organic funnels, you also need clarity around why you are the best choice for your best client. Wait, what? Okay, I hear it. This one trips up most Christian women. Because when I say, why are you the best? You're like, oh, it feels selfish, Jude. And it's prideful to even utter the words that I'm the best choice. But I need you to hear me here. That thought you're having is a cunning deception of the enemy. And here's why. The Lord God built you for very specific work. And he gave you everything he did to fulfill that. So your smarts, your expertise, your specific expertise, your experience, both personal and professional, your style, right? How you communicate, how you connect with people, etc. Not necessarily your clothes, but I'm talking about your personality, how you work with people, how you communicate and connect. Even your quirks. God gave you those for a purpose. And all of that is what is purposing you to serve your people to the uttermost. Again, your people who God set apart from you. I'm sorry, he set apart for you and for you alone. Why am I stumbling on my words today? Get behind me, enemy. So, do you know? I don't even know if you know this. I'm going to make sure you heard me there. The very people that you are to work with, God has set them apart for you to work with. You and you alone. Okay? Therefore, by God's very hand, you are the best choice for your people, your dream clients. So that's not to say I'm the best in the world. Maybe you are, but you don't need to be. You need to be the best choice for your dream clients because that is how God created you. And so when you just say that out loud, you're merely walking in obedience to your call. You see how that works? Okay. You are definitely acting responsibly when you share with your audience what makes you different than the others in the market. And when you speak with clarity as to who you work with, those 2 points, keys 1 and 2. When you do that, ladies, you are acting responsibly and in obedience because that is smart marketing. And that is what allows you to be found by dream clients. Does that make sense? Let me ask you, who wants to be found versus going out and finding them? Right? Would you rather poach Facebook groups to try to find your best clients, or would you prefer to just show up where they are and be found? Right? Makes sense, right? To go after the right people in the right places. So do not let the enemy keep you quiet. Do not play small, not for another day. You are not acting in selfish ambition. And I know that because I know what drives you. It's service. It's helping your clients get results. It's not worldly adulation. Okay. So step boldly into God's call on your life and speak to the world on that mountaintop what makes you different. Okay. Listen, if you don't believe in the value of your work, nobody else will. So you've got to stand in your God-given authority and proudly state your goods, right? Your zhuzh. They need to hear that, and they need to hear you say it with conviction. All right, the third key to a higher converting organic funnel is infusing buyer psychology into your copy. Now, this third key to boost conversion is so important, but I believe buyer psychology, like those words, the enemy can kind of get a wedge in there, and I don't want that to happen. So let me start with what buyer psychology is not. Okay. Buyer psychology is not trickery. It is not manipulation, and it is in no way dishonest. Okay. That's what it's not. So what is buyer psychology? It's simply the science of how people, human beings, you and I, behave. And so infusing your copy with human nature, buyer psychology, is all about giving your audience, the audience of dream clients, best clients, giving them what they already want. Okay, so it's not manipulative. You are just smart enough to know your dream clients so well that you know what they want. And so you put it out there, you speak it, and that is your result. I know you want this, and I can help you get here, and here's how. Okay, so as my mentor, Myron Golden, says, people buy because they feel like it. Don't try to convince. Not that we want to, but like buyer psychology is not at all convincing. It's merely giving them what they want. It's very smart business. Okay. And how is that? How do we create the environment where those empowered buyers actually want to buy from us? Well, it's pretty simple. And I've been talking about it this whole time, right? By speaking to what your best clients, your dream clients, care about and what truly motivates them. And so here's a truth. Write this one down. The most successful business owners are obsessed with their dream clients. We're obsessed. I think about my dream clients pretty much 24/7. I can't not. Why? Because I'm on mission. God put me on mission. And so it's my responsibility to know them so well that I give them what they want. I help them understand what they don't, right? I need to do that. And as I mentioned before, this high converting copy infused with buyer psychology speaks to the heart, to the emotions, right? That's what I'm saying. What do they desire? It's not just layering on all these problems. You have all these problems. You're struggling here. You're struggling there. I mean, that's enough to send even the right buyer away. This person, all they do is talk about the negative. Show them their future. Show empowered buyers, your true dream clients, show them what's possible for them. Make it like vivid in vivid detail so that they can't help but take action, right? It is in full service to them and in their best interest. They have tried things before. A best client has tried things before and they haven't worked. So you have to power think. I love to power think about, why haven't they? What have they tried before? That's why you have conversations, right? What have you tried before? What didn't work? And then you have to go to your brain and figure out, I wonder why that didn't work. I need to find the answer. And I need to, in your solution, you no doubt have discovered what does work. So you've got to help them to see things from your perspective, right? Because your perspective is different than others. That's what makes you the best choice for your people. Okay, so as we wrap up, when these 3 keys are dialed in, your messaging will land, resulting in higher conversions on your funnels. Okay. I mean, it's so basic. Tell me in the comments if this is much simpler than you thought it was going to be. That funnels, you've got this, right? You realize you're already doing the work. Now we're going to get our strategic brain on it. And if you've enjoyed today's content, be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the notifications bell so you don't miss another of our weekly videos. Now, the last thing I'm going to speak about before we wrap up today is you may already be thinking like, hey, Jude, don't I need to be super techie in order to do funnels? Right? You may have been taught. That's true. You need complicated software, right? And if you're like most of my dream clients, you are not tech savvy. But let me set you straight. The simplest funnels are the most profitable funnels because simplicity scales and complexity stalls. I don't want you to be stalled. I don't want anything in your way. So let's lay complexity down and let's go all in on simplicity. Now, if you want to learn more, my team and I are putting together a brand new mini course. And inside this mini course, I'm going to show you a simple, high converting funnel that allows you to sign 4- and 5-figure dream clients consistently. And here's the best news. Do it without expensive ads, without exhausting launches, and without grinding on social media. If you want in on this free mini course, it's going to be dropping soon. And if that's you, drop in the comments the word mini course, and we're going to make sure that you are among the very first to gain access. I pray this was helpful for you. Do comment below, and I will see you next time.